PNF, Bringing the Spiral to Pilates. Here we're doing the diagonals of the arms. You want to bring in the 3 dimensions: flexion, extension, rotation, and or abduction and adduction. The next series is the diagonal of the legs. Again, it brings in flexion, extension, rotation, and then adduction and abduction. The original PNF starts at the distal end, so here we're doing supination and pronation. Try to do it more at the feet than at the ankles. And then we're going to go from supination to rotation, and then pronation to internal rotation. The next series, the knee sways, are going to take the same pattern, but we're going to do one leg is going into the supination, external rotation, pronation, internal rotation. Here is the pattern you need for skiing or skating. Then we're going to take the pattern into a fuller movement, and the one leg is going into flexion, extension, rotation, and the other one is doing the opposite. You're trying to bring both elements in to your legs. Is what I've learned from my teacher, Amy Matthews, who is a yoga and body-mind centering. Here is the side kick with PNF pattern. Remember, we're bringing in 3 planes. Here, she's bringing the leg forward with flexion, rotation, adduction. She's pressing lightly down on the floor. And now she's going back with internal rotation, hip extension, and abduction. If you do this on the Cadillac and you have the leg go off on the front part of the side kick, it will make it more difficult. Now we're going to make it even more fuller pattern and include the pelvis. So here, as she comes forward, she's rotating the pelvis backwards as the leg goes forward. So that would be posterior tilt. And then as she comes forward, she's rotating the pelvis internal. Here we're going to start building the patterns on the motor. You can also do this on the reformer as well as the Cadillac. First, Annie is doing internal and external rotation. I'm having her gesture legs stay at chair position, and I just want her to move the leg in internal and external rotation. Then she's going to move the leg in hip extension and hip flexion. Again, all starting at the top of the femur bone. So we want to make sure that they have all the patterns in, the hip flexion and extension, the rotation, and then we're now going to also add abduction or adduction. So now she's making a full action on a single leg. It's rotation, adduction, hip flexion. Then she's going to go into hip extension, internal rotation, and abduction. Depending on the client's strength, especially if the motor makes it more difficult, she will not be able to abduct as much. Then we will be going to 2 legs with the same rhythm of PNF. The reformer and Cadillac, you will be able to take it in further range of motion. PNF patterns for the arms. We're going to do a variation of PNF using drawing a sword variation. We're first going to make sure that we have the elements of all the PNF, rotation. And here I'm having her to make sure that she's moving her arm from her back but not rotating her shoulder blade, which is essential for the PNF pattern. So that it's not a shoulder blade rotation, it's a spinal rotation. And here is the upper body diagonal high to back low. You can also do this on the reformer. Some clients don't have always the same strength, so they might have to use the other arm as an assist. Here we're doing standing PNF patterns with a motor. Remember, you want to do the 3 planes. You want to have either flexions or extension, different rotations, as well as abduction and adduction. You could also do this with TheraBands, and you could also probably do this with the leg springs standing. Thanks for watching my little podcast on PNF, Bringing the Spiral to Pilates. Please visit my website, movementsafoot.com. Any questions, give me a call or email. Thank you.